Good morning, students. Today we'll start with next topics, which are Rutherford's model, electromagnetic radiation, black body radiation, photoelectric effect, and Planck's quantum theory. So, starting with the first topic, which is Rutherford's alpha particle scattering experiment. In this experiment, Rutherford discovered the nucleus. In the previous video, we had learned about the discovery of electron, proton, and neutron, and Rutherford was the discoverer of nucleus. Nucleus के बारे में हमें किसने बताया? He was Rutherford. And the experiment which he performed, it was alpha particle scattering. What he did in this experiment? In this experiment, Rutherford took a radioactive substance which was radium, and he put it in this lead block. Radioactive substance liya and he placed it in the lead block, and then this radioactive substance, it emitted the alpha rays. Now what are the alpha rays? Alpha rays are the highly charged helium ions. These are the helium ions, and this helium ion, it has 2 protons and 2 neutrons. Okay, alpha particles are highly charged helium ions, and the helium consists of 2 protons and 2 neutrons. Neutron is neutral and proton has charge. It means that alpha particles has charge of +2 and they have mass of about 4 U, because 2 protons are there, 2 neutrons are there, so total it is 4. So they have mass of about 4 atomic mass unit, and the alpha particles consist of charge of +2. When this much heavy, 4 atomic mass unit of charge is there with alpha particles, when this type of alpha particles, alpha rays, they are being struck over. Here we have placed gold foil, one of the metal. Here we have placed the gold foil. So when radiations which are being emitted by the radioactive substance radium, and then that alpha rays are striking over this metal gold foil, and then what is happening here? A U-shaped zinc sulfide plate is being placed. Zinc sulfide circular screen is being placed over here. So when the radiations are coming and striking over the gold foil, then the radiations are striking over this zinc sulfide screen. Then about 99% जो रेडिएशन इस रेडियम से आ रही है, अल्फा रेज आ रही है गोल्ड फॉयल के साथ स्ट्राइक करने के बाद 99% ऑफ द रेज है जो दी आर गोइंग स्ट्रेट, वो सीधी जा रही हैं. बिकॉज व्हेन दे स्ट्राइक ओवर दिस जिंक सल्फाइड स्क्रीन, देन दे आर प्रोड्यूसिंग फ्लैशेस ऑफ लाइट. तो लाइट प्रोड्यूस होती है जब अल्फा रेडिएशन इस जिंक सल्फाइड की स्क्रीन के ऊपर स्ट्राइक करती है. तो हमें इससे पता चल रहा है कि हाउ मच radiations are being striking over here. So about 99% of the radiations are coming straight and striking over in this much of the area. It means 99% of the rays are coming straight, and then remaining 1%, what is about that? From that 1%, some of the radiations are being deflected through small angle. यहाँ पे गोल्ड फॉयल के साथ स्ट्राइक करने के बाद सीधे जाने के बजाय वो इस सीधी लाइन के साथ स्मॉल एंगल पे यहाँ पे डिफ्लेक्ट हो रही है. ओके, अबाउट 99% रेडिएशंस आर गोइंग स्ट्रेट, and then remaining 1%, out of that some radiations are deflecting over small angle, and then some of the radiations are coming back. यहाँ पे स्ट्राइक करके वापस आ रही है वो. ओके, so here are the observations that most of the alpha particles passed through the foil, they undergo without undergoing any deflection. Means ज़्यादातर अल्फा पार्टिकल्स उनकी कोई डिफ्लेक्शन ही नहीं हुई. फ्यू ऑफ द अल्फा पार्टिकल्स अंडरवेंट डिफ्लेक्शन थ्रू स्मॉल एंगल्स, उनके स्मॉल एंगल पर डिफ्लेक्शन हुई. एंड देन वेरी फ्यू मीन्स ओनली वन रे आउट ऑफ 20,000 में सिर्फ एक रे है दैट इज बीइंग डिफ्लेक्टेड बैक, जो उससे स्ट्राइक करके वापस चलेगी. दैट इज 1 out of 20,000. So from these observations, what does Rutherford conclude? रदरफोर्ड ने क्या कंक्लूड किया है? देखो कि 99% रेडिएशन जो सीधी जा रही हैं, डायरेक्ट जा रही हैं, इट मीन्स जो हमारे पास एटम है दैट इज मोस्ट ऑफ द पार्ट ऑफ दैट एटम इज एम्प्टी. अगर एटम में से रेडिएशन पास करके सीधी निकल रही है, इट मीन्स जो एटम है, जो हमने यहाँ पे गोल्ड मेटल ले रखा है, उसका जो एटम है, उस एटम में की जो ज़्यादातर स्पेस है अंदर वाली, दैट इज एम्प्टी. दैट्स वाई 99% ऑफ द रेडिएशंस आर बीइंग गोइंग स्ट्रेट. ओके. एंड द सेकेंड पॉइंट इज अ स्मॉल फ्रैक्शन ऑफ द अल्फा पार्टिकल्स आर डिफ्लेक्टेड एट स्मॉल एंगल्स. हमारा जो 1% का कुछ पार्ट था अल्फा पार्टिकल्स का, दैट इज बीइंग डिफ्लेक्टेड एट स्मॉल एंगल्स. इट मीन्स व्हाट? दैट द पॉजिटिव चार्ज हैज़ टू बी कंसंट्रेटेड इन small volume and deflected a few positively charged alpha particles. इसका मतलब उसने कहा कि जो हमारे पास रेडिएशन स्मॉल एंगल पे डिफ्लेक्ट कर रही है, इट मीन्स वहाँ पे उस एटम में देयर इज समथिंग हैवी टू विच द रेडिएशंस आर स्ट्राइकिंग एंड देन दे आर बीइंग डिफ्लेक्टेड एट स्मॉल एंगल्स. क्योंकि हमारे पास जो अल्फा पार्टिकल्स है, दे आर ऑफ अबाउट 4 एटॉमिक मास यूनिट. if the radiations of such heavy mass, they will strike over something heavy, only then they will deflect at small angles. So what does Rutherford conclude? That there must be something heavier which is being residing inside the nucleus. And what does Rutherford conclude it to be? And then Rutherford said that that small portion of the atom is nucleus. And the third point is that the volume of the nucleus is very small as compared to the total volume of the atom. In comparison to atom, the volume of the nucleus is very small. The size of the atom is 10 raised to power minus 10 meter, and the radius of the nucleus is 10 raised to power minus 15. It means the nucleus, which is very small as compared to the atom, it is about 1/1 lakh, means the atom is 1 lakh times greater than that of the nucleus. So now I already told you that Rutherford discovered the nucleus. He explained us about the discovery of the nucleus. That's why Rutherford model is also known as Rutherford's nuclear model of atom. So what does that model says? That the positive charge and most of the mass is densely concentrated in small region. रदरफोर्ड ने क्या कहा कि ज़्यादातर मास है जो हमारे पास एटम में, दैट इज़ कंसनट्रेटेड इन स्मॉल रीजन, वो छोटे से रीजन में कंसनट्रेटेड है. एंड दैट स्मॉल पार्ट ऑफ द एटम इज नोन एज न्यूक्लियस. एंड न्यूक्लियस इज सराउंडेड बाय द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स दैट मूव अराउंड द न्यूक्लियस इन द सर्कुलर पाथ. सेकेंड उसने क्या कहा कि जो इलेक्ट्रॉन है, दे आर बीइंग रिवॉल्विंग अराउंड द न्यूक्लियस. जो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है वो न्यूक्लियस के अराउंड मूव कर रहे हैं सर्कुलर पाथ्स में. ओके. एंड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स एंड न्यूक्लियस आर हेल्ड टुगेदर बाय इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फोर्सेस ऑफ अट्रैक्शन. जो न्यूक्लियस और जो इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है, इन दोनों के बीच में इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन एग्जिस्ट करता है, और उस फोर्स को जो इलेक्ट्रॉन है वो न्यूक्लियस के अराउंड मूव करने में यूज़ करता है. अगर इलेक्ट्रॉन और न्यूक्लियस के पास इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन है, तो वो फोर्स को जो इलेक्ट्रॉन है वो किस चीज़ के लिए यूज़ कर रहा है? टू मूव अराउंड द न्यूक्लियस. नाउ व्हाट आर द ड्रॉबैक्स ऑफ द रदरफोर्ड मॉडल? जो रदरफोर्ड का मॉडल था, द मेजर ड्रॉबैक ऑफ इट वॉज दैट इट वॉज नॉट एबल टू एक्सप्लेन अबाउट द स्टेबिलिटी ऑफ द एटम. एटम की जो स्टेबिलिटी है उस चीज़ को रदरफोर्ड वॉज नॉट एबल टू एक्सप्लेन. Secondly, Rutherford model does not give idea about the distribution of the electron around the nucleus and about their energies. जैसे Rutherford ने ये तो बता दिया इलेक्ट्रॉन है कोई, वो न्यूक्लियस के अराउंड तो घूम रहा है, बट it didn't give any idea about the distribution of the electron and about their energies. Next topic is electromagnetic radiations. Now, what are the electromagnetic radiations? Electromagnetic radiations are the radiations which have two parts. One is the electric field and another one is the magnetic field. One is electric field, another is magnetic field. And both electric as well as magnetic field, they are perpendicular to each other. दोनों जो इलेक्ट्रिक और मैग्नेटिक फील्ड है, they both are perpendicular to each other. You can look over here in the diagram that electric and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other and they are traveling along the direction of the propagation. And both electric as well as magnetic field, they are perpendicular to the direction of propagation also. So what are the electromagnetic radiations? Electromagnetic radiations are those radiations which have both electric field and magnetic field, and both the fields are perpendicular to each other, and they are also perpendicular to the direction of the propagation in which wave is moving. Now the nature of electromagnetic radiations. The electromagnetic radiation, the main points of it are that the energy is emitted from any source continuously in the form of the radiation. जो इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक वेव थ्योरी है, इट एक्सप्लेन दैट एनर्जी इज बीइंग एमिटेड फ्रॉम द सोर्स. अगर हम किसी भी सोर्स को हीट करेंगे देन दैट सोर्स विल एमिट द रेडिएशंस continuously. And the second point is that radiations of the electric and magnetic field, they are perpendicular to each other and even to the direction of propagation. Third point is that the electromagnetic radiations, they possess wave character and they travel with the velocity of the light. जो electromagnetic wave theory है, इसने क्या बताया, जो radiations है, they are moving like wave with the velocity of light, that is 3 into 10 raised to power 8. And these radiations do not require any medium to travel. Electromagnetic wave जो है, these radiations, they don't require any medium to travel. इनको travel करने के लिए कोई किसी भी medium की ज़रूरत नहीं होती. Then next one is characteristics of the wave. First characteristic is wavelength. Now what is the wavelength? It is a distance between two consecutive crest and trough. In this wave, the upper part is known as crest and the lower part is known as trough. The wave is starting from this point. Starting from this point, one crest and then one trough, ending over here. This is one wave. So the distance between two consecutive crest and two consecutive trough, it is known as wavelength. The next one is frequency. Frequency means the number of waves that are crossing a point in 1 second. How many waves are crossing a point in 1 second, that is the frequency. The next point is velocity. The velocity with which wave is traveling in 1 second means the distance traveled by wave in 1 second, that is the velocity of wave. Next is amplitude. What is the amplitude? The height of the crest or the depth of the trough. Either the height of crest or depth of the trough. This is known as amplitude. Next is wave number. Wave number is the reciprocal of wavelength. Okay, it is the reciprocal of wavelength. Next is electromagnetic spectrum. Like we had read spectra when white light is being split into 7 colors. Now here we have the electromagnetic spectra in which electromagnetic radiations are arranged, and they are arranged either in the order of increasing wavelength or decreasing frequency. Now here is the spectra of the electromagnetic radiations, and they are being arranged here in the order of increasing wavelength. Now what are the limitations of electromagnetic theory? जो electromagnetic theory थी, it has explained about the interference and diffraction, which are the phenomena related to light, but it didn't explain about the black body radiation, photoelectric effect, heat capacity, and the line spectra of atoms. These phenomena I'll discuss in next video.